differences. I keep saying this every single time. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's actually set y'all up. Huey. Honestly, bonnets be looking like chef hats. Why do they look like chef hats? I think that's so funny. This is obviously going to be way too hot. I don't even know why. I just picked it up. Wild thornberries? Are thornberries a specific berry, or are they berries that grow on bushes with thorns? I don't really know. Hi. Where have you been? 'Cause I haven't seen you out. Are you hiding from me? Yeah. Somewhere in the clouds. I don't even know if that's the right words, but hi. Hey. Oh, somewhere in the crowd. I said clouds. Oh my gosh. This is way too hot, so we're just gonna set it there. Hopefully I won't forget. We're going to be reading tonight, okay? But give me a minute. Have any of you guys read this? It's called Stillness Speaks. This thing's spelled very weird. Or have you read The Power of Now? I haven't read that one yet, but that's my next book on my list. But it's by the same author. What am I drinking? Some tea. How about you? Hi. Hi. I'm from upstate New York. Where are you from? I really don't be knowing, like, if y'all ask me that, like, sometimes you guys ask me that, and that's not what you're actually trying to ask me, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be really asking, where am I at? But you ask, where am I from? Those are two different answers. No, I'm from, where is that? I've never heard of that place before in my entire life. So different. Like, why is it like this? It's just like a sad chef's hat for real, you know? Alright, I think this is a good time. Maybe like 3 more minutes, 5 more minutes, and then we can start. It's so hot though. Does it want to cool down? This is kind of blinding. Peace, Trey. How are you doing? Okay. Hockey? That's so interesting. I've never ever watched hockey. My night's going well. This has a lot of different things. It's like a old, not old, but moon tea blend. I don't remember what's all in it. I think calendula, and I can't remember anything else. But there's also spearmint, nettle, and chamomile. And I put some drops of, oh, there's also sarsaparilla in here. It's Stitch. Thanks, he's so cute, right? Look. He's very happy. Ouch. Yeah, we're just gonna sit it down. I didn't even see the move they had dropped. Oh, I haven't watched it all the way either. I started watching it and then I didn't finish it. And then I saw a lot of people saying that like he transitions, which I don't understand why they would do that. And I don't know, I don't think I'm prepared to see that. So I have not watched it yet. Well, finished watching it. Like he died. Like, I don't get why they would do that. Why would they kill him? And isn't it supposed to be just like a more realistic remake of the first one? Like, he didn't die. Maybe people were lying, but I don't know, dude. So, that's a very disturbing name. Oh, I thought you meant like he went, transitioned. No, when I say that, that's my changed word for died. You thought about me? What were you thinking? I was about to say, how the hell did they did that? Shoot, I mean, he's an alien. I feel like that would be quite easy. I mean, we're all aliens, actually. If you ask me. Thanks for the likes. My back is doing some weird things. It's almost been 5 minutes. One more minute, we'll start reading. Who look just like me? No way. Can I see them? Because... Oh, Camille! Wow, hey! I'm actually on live on YouTube right now, too. What the heck? I want to see them. I've always wanted to see, like, a doppelganger. Thanks for the roses. Alright, are you guys ready? I will do my best. Okay, guys. Hi. Alright, this is chapter 8. We're going to read Stillness Speaks. I think it's you astral projecting. What? Wait, so were you in the dream state or were you up? Stop calling me. That's weird. Anyway, I'm just gonna... Anyway, okay, chapter 8. Chapter 8 is relationships. Okay. How quick we are... Just kidding. Let's start all over. How quick we are to form an opinion of a person, to come to a conclusion about them. It is satisfying to the egoic mind to label another human being, to give them a conceptual identity, to pronounce righteous judgment upon them. Every human being has been conditioned to think and behave in certain ways, conditioned genetically as well as by their childhood experiences and their cultural environment. That is no that is not who they are, but that is who they appear to be. When you pronounce judgment upon someone, you confuse those conditioned mind patterns with who they are. To do that is in itself a deeply conditioned and unconscious pattern. You give them a conceptual identity, and that false identity becomes a prison not only for the other person but also for yourself. To let go of judgment does not mean that you don't see what they do. It means that you recognize their behavior as a form of conditioning, and you see it and accept it as that. You don't construct an identity out of it for that person. I used to think it was because you were thinking about me, but I quickly learned that was not factual. It's not invasive, but that's a valid thought, because that can happen. I mean, as far as what I've read around or seen. That liberates you as well as the other person from hold on, I'm gonna have to go back. You don't construct an identity out of it for that person. That liberates you as well as the other person from identification with conditioning, with form, with mind. The ego then no longer runs your relationships. As long as the ego runs your life, most of your thoughts, emotions, and actions arise from desire and fear. In relationships, you then either want or fear something from the other person. What you want from them may be pleasure or material gain, recognition, praise or attention, or a strengthening of your sense of self through comparison and through establishing that you are, have, or know more than they. What you fear is that the opposite may be the case, and they may diminish your sense of self in some way. When you make the present moment the focal point of your attention, instead of using it as a means to an end, you go beyond the ego and beyond the unconscious compulsion to use people as a means to an end, the end being self-enhancement at the cost of others. When you give your fullest attention to whoever you are interacting with, you take past and future out of the relationship, except for practical matters. When you are fully present with everyone you meet, you relinquish the conceptual identity you made for them, your interpretation of who they are and what they did in the past, and are able to interact without the egoic movements of desire and fear. Attention, which is alert stillness, is the key. How wonderful to go beyond wanting and fearing in your relationships. Love does not want or fear anything. It's called Stillness Speaks. Peace, Stephen Ellis. Hey, G. Hold on. I'm going to sit here and wait. Wait, you got some clean ass eyebrows. How do you get them? Thank you. I just, I let them grow and I do them myself when I feel like I need to. Ain't nobody in this world got eyebrows like that. Please don't be creepy in here. This is a young woman, not an object. Imagine if this was your daughter. Please be respectful. Thank you. I feel like that was respectful though. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Where was I at? Anyway, okay. If her past were your past, her pain, hi Robbie, your pain, her level of consciousness, your level of consciousness, you would think and act exactly as she does. With this realization comes forgiveness, compassion, and peace. The ego doesn't like to hear this because if it cannot be reactive and righteous anymore, it will lose strength. When you receive whoever comes into the space of now as a noble guest, when you allow each person to be as they are, they begin to change. To know another human being in their essence, you don't really need to know anything about them, their past, their history, or their story. We confuse knowing about with a deeper knowing that is non-conceptual. Knowing about and knowing are totally different modalities. One is concerned with form, the other with the formless. One operates through thought, the other through stillness. It's called Stillness Speaks. Knowing about is helpful for practical purposes. On that level, we cannot do without it. When it is the predominant modality in relationships, however, it becomes very limiting, even destructive. Thoughts and concepts create an artificial barrier, a separation between human beings. Your interactions are then not rooted in being, but become mind-based. Without the conceptual barriers, love is naturally present in all human interactions. Most human interactions are confined to the exchange of words. The realm of thought. Peace, goddess. Peace and wholeness. Oh, wholeness to you too, Omnia. It is essential to bring some stillness, particularly into your close relationships. No relationship can thrive without the sense of spaciousness that comes with stillness. Meditate or spend silent time in nature together. When going for a walk or sitting in the car or at home, become comfortable with being in stillness together. Stillness cannot and need not be created. Just be receptive to the stillness that is already there, but is usually obscured by mental noise. If spacious stillness is missing, the relationship will be dominated by the mind and can easily be taken over by problems and conflict. If stillness is there, it can contain anything. True listening is another way of bringing stillness into the relationship. When you truly listen to someone, the dimension of stillness arises and becomes an essential part of the relationship. But true listening is a rare skill. Usually, the greater part of a person's attention is taken up by their thinking. At best, they may be evaluating your words or preparing the next thing to say. Or they may not be listening at all, lost in their own thoughts. True listening goes far beyond auditory perception. It is the arising of alert attention, a space of presence in which the words are being received. The words now become secondary. They may be meaningful or they may not make sense. Far more important than what you are listening to is the act of listening itself, the space of conscious presence that arises as you listen. That space is a unifying field of awareness in which you meet the other person without the separative barriers created by conceptual thinking. And now the other person is no longer other. In that space, you are joined together as one awareness, one consciousness. Do you experience frequent and repetitive drama in your close relationships? Do relatively insignificant disagreements often trigger violent arguments and emotional pain? At the root of such experiences lie the basic egoic patterns, the need to be right, and of course, for someone else to be wrong. That is to say, identification with mental positions. There is also the ego's need to be periodically in conflict with something or someone in order to strengthen its sense of separation between me and the other, without which it cannot survive. In addition, there is the accumulated emotional pain from the past that you and each human being carries within, both from your personal past as well as the collective pain of humanity that goes back a long time. This pain body is an energy field within you that sporadically takes you over because it needs to experience more emotional pain for it to feed on and replenish itself. It will try to control your thinking and make it deeply negative. It loves your negative thoughts since it resonates with their frequency and so can feed on them. It will also provoke negative emotional reactions in people close to you, especially your partner, in order to feed on the ensuing drama and emotional pain. How can you free yourself from this deep-seated unconscious identification with pain that creates so much misery in your life? Yeah, for sure. Become aware of it. Realize that it is not who you are. That's how I feel when I be reading the other books, like The Four Agreement and The Mastery of Love. I feel like everybody needs to read those books. Realize that it is not who you are and recognize it for what it is, past pain. Witness it as it happens in your partner or in yourself. When your unconscious identification with it is broken, when you are able to observe it within yourself, you don't feed it anymore and it will gradually lose its energy charge. Hi. Human interaction can be hell, or it can be a great spiritual practice. When you look upon another human being and feel great love toward them, or when you contemplate beauty in nature and something within you responds deeply to it, close your eyes for a moment and feel the essence of that love or that beauty within you. Inseparable from who you are, your true nature. The outer form is a temporary reflection of what you are within in your essence. That is why love and beauty can never leave you, although all outer forms will. What is your relationship with the world of objects, the countless things that surround you and that you handle every day? The chair you sit on, the pen, the car, the cup, are they to you merely a means to an end? Or do you occasionally acknowledge their existence, their being, no matter how briefly, by noticing them and giving them your attention? The librarian voice of the book. That's funny. When you get attached to objects, when you are using them to enhance your worth in your own eyes and in the eyes of others, concern about things can easily take over your whole life. Wait, actually, to what part? To Vanellis. You don't appreciate them for what they are because you are looking for yourself in them. When you appreciate an object for what it is, when you acknowledge its being without mental projection, you cannot not feel grateful for its existence. You may also sense that it is not really inanimate, which is very true. All of these objects, they're very much so alive. Anyway, that it only appears so to the senses. Physicists will confirm that on a molecular level, it is indeed a pulsating energy field. Through selfless appreciation of the realm of things, the world around you will come alive in ways that you cannot even begin to comprehend with the mind. I forgot already. I feel you. Honestly, I read this whole chapter and my bookmark came out, so we're rereading it. But okay, it's okay. Whenever you meet anyone, no matter how briefly, do you acknowledge their being by giving them your full attention? Or are you reducing them to a means to an end, a mere function or role? What is the quality of your relationship with the cashier at the supermarket, the parking attendant, the repairman, or the customer? This made me think of what you were talking about the other day, Vanellis. I guess I don't know. A moment of attention is enough. As you look at them or listen to them, there is an alert stillness, perhaps only 2 or 3 seconds, perhaps longer. That is enough for something more real to emerge than the roles we usually play and identify with. All roles are part of the conditioned consciousness. That is the human mind. Oh, there was no comma there. That which emerges through the act of attention is the unconditioned. Who you are in your essence underneath your name and form. You are no longer acting out a script. You become real. When that dimension emerges from within you, it also draws it forth from within the other person. Ultimately, of course, there is no other, and you are always meeting yourself. Very much so. It's a constant clearing and unblocking of all of them. But I'm not, particularly focusing on one right now. I'm on YouTube Live, too, just in case y'all didn't know. It says some comments in the live were filtered, so if y'all said something and I didn't respond, that's why. This is chapter 1, but let's check my tea. It was too hot. So, how's everybody's night going? I'm glad glad your night is going great, goddess. Oh, thank you. So cute, right? Yeah, he's super happy. My night is going pretty well. It's 22:11. I'm seeing 22:11 and 11:22 almost every day for quite some time. Matches my shirt. Oh yeah, I didn't realize that. I'm doing well. I'm having fun reading to you guys. I really like reading to you guys, actually. How are you? How about me? I'm doing pretty good. I was really tired earlier, but it kind of went away. Oh, thank you. His name is Butt Cheeks. Of course, the vanillas. You know what we have not done together in a while? We have not drawn. I have some ideas, but I haven't been like in a drawing mood lately, I guess. That part with the drawing, this is so good. Gosh, I love to smell my tea too. Hi, you can't hear me? What you mean you can't hear me? Like for real? Wait, yeah, what? Like smelling the tea? I can't hear your voice. Are you sure? I haven't drawn in a minute. Yeah, no. Maybe soon. I don't want to put this down because if I put it down, I'm going to forget. And then when I pick it up again, it's going to be really cold. And I don't really like my tea to be cold. Hi, Jason. What do you mean you can't hear my voice? But then how do you know what I'm saying? I'm about to play with y'all. I'll remind you. Okay. But it's a good temperature, so hold on. Okay. Let's start the next chapter. Chapter 9. Death and the Eternal. I think I read this chapter too. It's okay. It's okay. Alright. When you walk through a forest, yes, I have read this. When you walk through a forest that has not been tamed and interfered with by humans, you will not only see abundant life all around you, but you will also encounter fallen trees and decaying trunks, rotting leaves, and decomposing matter at every step. Wherever you look, you will find death as well as life. Upon closer scrutiny, however, you will discover that the decomposing tree trunk and rotting leaves not only give birth to new life, but are full of life themselves. Microorganisms are at work. Molecules are rearranging themselves. So death isn't to be found anywhere. There is only the metamorphosis of life forms. What can you learn from this? Death is not the opposite of life. Life has no opposite. The opposite of death is birth. Life is eternal. Sages and poets throughout the ages have recognized the dreamlike quality of human existence, seemingly so solid and real, and yet so fleeting that it could dissolve at any moment. At the hour of your death, the story of your life may indeed appear to you like a dream that is coming to an end. Yet even in a dream, there must be an essence that is real. There must be a consciousness in which the dream happens, otherwise it would not be. That consciousness, does the body create it, or does the consciousness create the dream of the body? The dream of somebody. Why have most of those who have gone through a near-death experience lost their fear of death? Reflect upon this. Of course you know you are going to die, but that remains a mere mental concept until you meet death in person for the first time. Through a serious illness or an accident that happens to you or someone close to you, or through the passing away of a loved one, death enters your life as the awareness of your own mortality. Most people turn away from it in fear, but if you do not flinch and face the fact that your body is fleeting and could dissolve at any moment, there is some degree of disidentification, however slight, from your own physical and psychological form, the me. When you see and accept the impermanent nature of all life forms, a strange sense of peace comes upon you. Through facing death, your consciousness is freed to some extent from identification with form. This is why, in some Buddhist traditions, the monks regularly visit the morgue to sit and meditate among the dead bodies. I did not know that. There is still a widespread denial of death in Western cultures. Even old people try not to speak or think about it, and dead bodies are hidden away. A culture that denies death inevitably becomes shallow and superficial, concerned only with the external form of things. I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna take that as a reminder right now. You're funny. Am I a member of the underworld? What does that even mean? And don't yell at me. Yeah, YouTube really does be a bit wild. Y'all make me laugh. Also, it's not really an Illuminati symbol. It's the throat chakra symbol. Y'all see triangles and run wild. And I think you guys don't be aware of the fact that one symbol has multiple different meanings, you know? Okay, I have no idea where I left off. Yeah, they just be talking. But also, thank you for defending. That's sweet. Okay, ready, guys? I read that. Okay. Okay, I read that too. Hold on. Let me find where I was at. Okay, we'll just start here. A culture that denies death inevitably becomes shallow and superficial, concerned only with the external form of things. When death is denied, life loses its depth. That is so true, because if you just don't even think about the fact that you're eventually going to die, you're just going to be living kind of a mundane life. And I saw a quote, I think earlier today, I don't even know, but it was something along the lines of we're all going to die, and if you know the end of the story, why not make the middle really good? It was a post I saw, because why not? Okay, the possibility of knowing who we are beyond name and form, the dimension of the transcendent, disappears from our lives because death is the opening into that dimension. Peace, imaginary Saiyan. Bars, right. People tend to be uncomfortable with endings because every ending is a little death. That's why in many languages the word for goodbye means see you again. Whenever an experience comes to an end, a gathering of friends, a vacation, your young Ren leaving home, you die a little death. A form that appeared in your consciousness as that experience hold on. A form that appeared in your consciousness as that experience dissolves. Often this leaves behind a feeling of emptiness that most people try hard not to feel, not to face. If you can learn to accept and even welcome the endings in your life, you may find that the feeling of emptiness that initially felt uncomfortable turns into a sense of inner spaciousness that is deeply peaceful. By learning to die daily in this way, you open yourself to life. Most people feel that their identity, their sense of self, is something incredibly precious that they don't want to lose. That is why they have such fear of death. It seems unimaginable and frightening that I could cease to exist, but you confuse that precious I with your name and form and a story associated with it. that I is no more than a temporary formation in the field of consciousness. As long as that form identity is all you are not aware that this preciousness is your own essence, your innermost sense of I am, which is consciousness itself. It is the eternal in you, and that's the only thing that you cannot lose. Whenever any kind of deep loss occurs in your life, such as loss of possessions, your home, a close relationship, or loss of your or loss of your reputation, job, or physical abilities, something inside you dies. You feel diminished in your sense of who you are. Peace, love. Without this, who am I? Oh, wait, just kidding. I skipped a part. There may also be a certain disorientation. Without this, who am I? When a form that you had unconsciously identified with as a part of yourself leaves you or dissolves, that can be extremely painful. It leaves a hole, so to speak, in the fabric of your existence. When this happens, don't deny or ignore the pain or the sadness that you feel. Accept that it is there. Be aware of your mind's tendency to construct a story around that loss in which you are assigned the role of victim. Fear, anger, resentment, or self-pity are the emotions that go with that role. Then become aware of what lies behind those emotions as well as behind the mind-made story. That hole, that empty space. Can you face and accept that strange sense of emptiness? If you do, you may find that it is no longer a fearful place. You may be surprised to find peace emanating from it. Whenever death occurs, whenever a life form dissolves, God, the formless and unmanifested, shines through the opening left by the dissolving form. That is why the most sacred thing in life is death. That is why the peace of God can come to you through the contemplation and acceptance of death. How short-lived every human experience is, how fleeting our lives. Is there anything that is not subject to birth and death? Anything that is eternal? Consider this. If there were only one color, let us say blue, and the entire world and everything in it were blue, then there would be no blue. There needs to be something that is not blue so that blue can be recognized. Otherwise, it would not stand out, would not exist. Yeah, seriously. It is crazy how much like perspective can change things. Bless on you from a Christian. I'm going to revoke that, but I get what you're trying to say. In the same way, does it not require something that is not fleeting and impermanent for the fleetingness of all things to be recognized? It's called Stillness Speaks. Yeah, thanks, Trey. In other words, if everything, including yourself, were impermanent, would you even know it? Does the fact that you are aware of and can witness the short-lived nature of all forms, including your own, not mean that there is something in you that is not subject to decay? When you are 20, you are aware of your body as strong and vigorous. 60 years later, you are aware of your body as weakened and old. Your thinking too may have changed from when you were 20, but the awareness that knows that your body is young or old, or that your thinking has changed, has undergone no change. That awareness is the eternal in you, consciousness itself. It is the formless one life. Can you lose it? No, because you are it. Some people become deeply peaceful and almost luminous just before they die, as if something is shining through the dissolving form. Sometimes it happens that very ill or old people become almost transparent, so to speak, in the last few weeks, months, or even years of their lives, As they look at you, you may see a light shining through their eyes. There is no psychological suffering left. They have surrendered, and so the person, the mind-made egoic me, has already dissolved. I am dying right now. They have, wait. They have died before they died and found the deep inner peace that is the realization of the deathless within themselves. To every accident and disaster, there is a potential redemptive dimension that we are usually unaware of. Can we take note of that word redemptive? I've never heard it and I don't know what it means. The tremendous shock of totally unexpected, imminent death can have the effect of forcing your consciousness completely out of identification with form. In the last few moments before physical death and as you die, thank you. Please let me know what you find. And okay, hold on. In the last few moments before physical death and as you die, you then experience yourself as consciousness free of form. Suddenly, there is no more fear, just peace, a knowing that all is well, and that death is only a form dissolving. Death is then recognized as ultimately illusory as the form you had identified with as yourself. I wonder if everybody experiences though, because I feel like not everyone does. As far as like tapping into that like awareness before they actually fully transition, you know? Like some people actually transition scared. Okay. Death is not an anomaly or the most dreadful of all events as modern culture would have you believe, but the most natural thing in the world. Inseparable from and just as natural as its polarity, birth. Ooh, in what way? I want to know. Remind yourself of this when you sit with a dying person. This is also why I want to be a death doula. I will be a death doula one day because I feel like it's so necessary, especially for people who really are afraid of death. I feel like my view of that would be very helpful. And also it might piss some people off, but I trust I will align with the right people. It is a great privilege and a sacred act to be present at a person's death as a witness and companion. You see? Anyway. When you sit with a dying person, do not deny any aspect of that experience. Do not deny what is happening and do not deny your feelings. The recognition that there is nothing you can do may make you feel helpless, sad, or angry. Accept what you feel, then go one step further. Accept that there is nothing you can do, and accept it completely. You are not in control. Wait, what's that? Wait, I'm ascending Ashe. Hold on, give me a second. Deeply surrender to every aspect of that experience, your feelings as well as any pain or discomfort the dying person may be experiencing. Your surrendered state of consciousness and the stillness that comes with it will greatly assist the dying person and ease their transition. If words are called for, they will come out of the stillness within you, but they will be secondary. With the stillness comes the benediction, peace. I don't know that word either. Benediction. I know I already forgot the other word. I've been meaning to like have a highlighter when I read, but I always forget. The next chapter is called Suffering and the End of Suffering, but we're going to pause for a minute. A death doula is someone who supports a person who's transitioning. I'm assuming it's for their family as well, or like people close to them, but like a birth doula supports the birthing person. It's the same thing, but it's tied to death. Study all the books about NDEA, near-death experience. In the light of the reading, I believe that it's speaking on surrender of self to life. I agree. Life and death both. Oh, kind of like how ancient Egyptians did the mummies. I don't think that's the same thing. I don't really see the correlation. But maybe you can enlighten me, because I don't know. Benediction means a blessing, usually spoken out loud. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. All the testimony from people being clinically dead. that has got to be, I would love to speak to someone who actually had that, or like who has transitioned and came back to life. That's so wild. And I wonder if they felt change. I think it would be crazier if they did transition and then came back to life and just had no type of change. That would be crazier to me than anything. Like, how do you die or transition and then just like come back in the same life and there's nothing different, you know? But I guess that's very much so possible. Mm-mm-mm. This is cold. You can meet if you search. Probably so. You feel like what's what you're experiencing. Oh, for sure. I feel like not I feel like we literally reincarnate into everything. Every single thing. Everything. Because everything is energy, right? And energy is the most high in that specific form, in that specific physical form. Therefore, we will incarnate into everything and then go back to we're all the same energy. We're all one energy, just manifested as all of these things. You are everything. I think it's so cool. It's so funny. Yeah, I feel that, Devin Ellis. And it's like constant, especially these past few years. Like just the death and rebirth cycles. At first, I didn't want to accept that, but I thought about it. Like, just because you're human doesn't make a drop in the ocean. A drop in the ocean. Changing the weather. I was praying that you. Oh, I love that song. I don't think you were referencing the song, or maybe you were, but it just made me think of that. You better than the animals. What do you mean? We are animals. Wow, powerful language. And no need to apologize. I understand what you're saying. If I trust the book I have read, the people came back with respect for life. When, like, after they. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I forgot what we were talking about for a second. My bad. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why, though? Animals are fantabulous, and they're so in tune. I don't get. What was your, like, view on, or your perspective on animals before? I love them. I discovered that keratin is what our hair is made of, and also the horns of animals is made from. I did not know that. Didn't know that either. Wait, I don't get it. Goats. Oh, I miss goats. When I was volunteering in Uganda, we had goats there and they were so cute, and I liked to feed them watermelon. And they actually preferred to be hand fed versus you just putting their food on the ground. I guess I just didn't want to accept it. And many years ago, I used to have the view we were above them. That's always so crazy to me. I feel like out of all the animals, because again, humans are animals, we are like one of the least superior. We just can talk in a way that like others can understand, I guess. I don't believe there has been many any real transition point from life to death, then back to life. Maybe awaiting back to life. I'm trying not to be religious in my sayings, so forgive me for vagueness. I didn't know you were religious, but what do you mean? Are you saying you don't believe that people died and came back to life? Because that's what I just picked up from that. But I don't know if that's what you meant to say. I hate it now, that view, but I'm glad I see things a lot different. No need to hate it. It's just it was a viewpoint you had. Again, studied near-death experience. That's right. But aren't there like a lot of proven cases? That happens to people, I feel like, quite a lot. Even if it's for a short amount of time. That's wild. I think that's so crazy. Like, I really do. Hi, Walker. Were they really dead? I mean, what makes you think they weren't really dead? Peace trip? How are you doing? Pakistan? Hi. Honestly, I think it's pretty shocking to me when people don't, I guess, see the totality that we all are, if that makes sense. I don't know. It just makes sense to me. It just makes so much sense. Yeah, they blocked me because I told them how are you superior than something you rely on to live. They blocked you from the live. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm doing well too. What led us to believe that we're what? Clinically for some seconds, yes, they were dead. And that seems like a lot. Oh, thanks for the little squishy heart faces. Yeah, Christians stay blocking me. This my account I use for them to try to teach them the book. Oh, I remember. I think you said that. Oh my gosh, hi Klein. How are you? It's a throat chakra symbol. Have a good night, Walker. Okay, are we reading chapter 10? Or are we talking? Is this the last chapter? I don't think it's the last chapter. It's not so fun? Why not? Where are you at? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, I think this is the last chapter. Damn, it's kind of long. I think we can finish the book. But let's talk a couple minutes. Dang, but why is it not fun? You feel up to read? Yeah, I can read one more chapter. That makes me sad for you. Any plans this weekend? No. You're moving back to New York. Your company would be nice. I am not in New York. Did you get stationed back in Drum? Is that why? Oh gosh. DC? Do you not like it there? Today's Thursday. Oh, is today Thursday? I could have so went dancing. Maybe I'll find somewhere to dance. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going back to Drum. Damn, did you choose that? Or did you just get stationed there? Dang. That's... I mean, I don't know. Did you like drum? Dang. Last 2 days of February. This year is going by so fast. I'm here for it, you know? But it is going by really fast. I like DC, not so much my job. What is your job there? I like drum, but it's going to be lonely out there. Why do you think that? Maybe you'll meet some great people. Sound baths and reading sessions, always a vibe and pleasure cleanup. Good night. Thanks, Robbie. You have a good night too. I just need to see you. Why? Well, thank you, but like, I won't be nowhere near you. Oh, thank you, fine. Yeah, I'll be long gone by the time. I don't know when you're going there, but I will be long gone. That would have been cool though. What's the eyeballs? Is that you asking where I'm going? It's a secret. Chapter 10. Long gone, no. Yeah. I'll be out of here in the best way. But I'm not disclosing my next location yet. Just a select few now. Okay, give me like 2 minutes. I'll start chapter 10 in 2 minutes. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but I trust you'll meet some great people there. It's not like it will be empty, you know? So cute. Oh my god. It's stuck. You know, I would love to learn how to make bookmarks. Have you ever made bookmarks, Goddess? Well, you know, I wish you the best wherever you go. I know you impact a lot of lives. Thank you. You too, kind. Stay shining bright. Do not let those people cold in your heart. Oh, yes, I think in middle school maybe. Well, that's so cool. I've been wondering how I could do it. I feel like it'd be fairly easy, but I would want it to not just be like paper thin. Oh, thank you. Yeah, me too. I was thinking about making some before I leave. I guess I don't know where I could print the paper, like a thicker paper. I don't know if maybe like Staples and stuff have different types of paper to print. And I have like a hole puncher because I like to have the tassels in them. And I guess this is not that thick, but there's so many different types of materials, and then you could like laminate it. But I was just overthinking the whole process because I'm like, will my hole puncher go through the laminator? Blah blah blah, all the things, you know. Oh, you know what I'm thinking? Because you could really just use regular paper and then laminate it. It actually is pretty thick after you laminate it. Because I'm thinking when I used to make my posters for like my Reiki sessions, it was very good. I'm gonna do it. Now I just need my figure out how I want to design it. I think Canva will be easy. Tiny? That's new. But good night. It was nice catching up with you, Klein. Ooh, I'm excited to see your bookmarks too, Goddess. Okay, guys. Let's finish chapter 10. Chapter 10. Suffering and the end of suffering. The interconnectedness of all things. Buddhists have always known it, and physicists now confirm it. Nothing that happens is an isolated event, it only appears to be. The more we judge and label it, the more we isolate it. The wholeness of life becomes fragmented through our thinking, yet the totality of life has brought this event about. It is part of the web of interconnectedness that is the cosmos. This means whatever is could not be otherwise. In most cases, we cannot begin to understand what role a seemingly senseless event may have within the totality of the cosmos, but recognizing its inevitability within the vastness of the whole can be the beginning of an inner acceptance of what is, and thus a realignment with the wholeness of life. True freedom and the end of suffering is living in such a way as if you had completely chosen whatever you feel or experience at this moment. Hi. This inner alignment with now is the end of suffering. Is suffering really necessary? Yes and no. If you had not suffered as you have, hold on. Okay. If you had not suffered as you have, there would be no depth to you as a human being, no humility, no compassion. You would not be reading this now. Suffering cracks open the shell of ego, and then comes a point when it has served its purpose. Suffering is necessary until you realize it is unnecessary. Unhappiness needs a mind-made me with a story, a conceptual identity. It needs time, past and future. When you remove time from your unhappiness, what is that? What is it that remains? The suchness of this moment remains. It may be a feeling of heaviness, agitation, tightness, anger, or even nausea. That is not unhappiness, and it is not a personal problem. There is nothing personal in human pain. It is simply an intense pressure or intense energy that you feel somewhere in the body. By giving it attention, the feeling doesn't turn into thinking and thus reactive the unhappy me. What? Hold on. By giving it attention, the feeling doesn't turn into thinking and thus reactivate the unhappy me. Okay, did y'all get that? I just confused myself for a second. The book is called Stillness Speaks. See what happens when you just allow a feeling to be? Much suffering, much unhappiness arises when you take each thought that comes into your head for the truth. Situations don't make you unhappy. They may cause you physical pain, but they don't make you unhappy. Your thoughts make you unhappy. Your interpretations, the stories you tell yourself make you unhappy. The thoughts I am thinking right now are making me unhappy. This realization breaks your unconscious identification with those thoughts. What a miserable day. He didn't have the decency to return my call. She let me down. Little stories we tell ourselves and others, often in the form of complaints. They are unconsciously designed to enhance our always deficient sense of self through being right and making something or someone wrong. Being right places us in a position of imagined superiority and so strengthens our false sense of self, the ego. This also creates some kind of enemy. Yes, the ego needs enemies to define its boundary, and even the weather can serve that function. Through habitual mental judgment and emotional contraction, you have a personalized, reactive relationship to people and events in your life. These are all forms of self-created suffering, but they are not recognized as such because to the ego they are satisfying. The ego enhances itself through reactivity and conflict. How simple life would be without those stories. It is raining. He did not call. I was there. She was not. When you are suffering, when you are unhappy, stay totally with what is now. Unhappiness or problems cannot survive in the now. Suffering begins when you mentally name or label a situation in some way as undesirable or bad. You resent a situation, and that resentment personalizes it and brings in a reactive me. Naming and labeling are habitual, but that habit can be broken. Start practicing not naming with small things. If you miss the plane, drop and break a cup, or slip and fall in the mud, can you refrain from naming the experience as bad or painful? Can you immediately accept the isness of that moment? Naming something as bad causes an emotional contraction within you. When you let it be, without naming it, enormous power is suddenly available to you. The contraction cuts you off from that power, the power of life itself. They ate the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Go beyond good and bad by refraining from mentally labeling anything as good or bad. When you go beyond the habitual naming, the power of the universe moves through you. When you are in a non-reactive relationship to experiences, what you would have called bad before often turns around quickly, if not immediately, through the power of life itself. Watch what happens when you don't name an experience as bad and instead bring an inner acceptance and inner yes to it, and so let it be as it is. Whatever your life situation, how would you feel if you completely accepted it as it is right now? There are many subtle and not so subtle forms of suffering that are so normal they are usually not recognized as suffering and may even feel satisfying to the ego. Irritation, impatience, anger, having an issue with something or someone, resentment, complaining. You can learn to recognize all those forms of suffering as they happen and know, at this moment, I am creating suffering for myself. If you are in the habit of creating suffering for yourself, you are probably creating suffering for others too. These unconscious mind patterns tend to come to an end simply by making them conscious, by becoming aware of them as they happen. You cannot be conscious and create suffering for yourself. This is the miracle. Behind every condition, person, or situation that appears bad or evil lies concealed a deeper good. That deeper good reveals itself to you, both within and without, through inner acceptance of what is. Resist not evil is one of the highest truths of humanity. A dialogue. Accept what is. I truly cannot. I'm agitated and angry about this. Then accept what is. Accept that I'm agitated and angry. Accept that I cannot accept. Yes, bring acceptance into your non-acceptance. Bring surrender into your non-surrender. Then see what happens. Chronic physical pain is one of the harshest teachers you can have. Resistance is futile, is its teaching. Nothing could be more normal than an unwillingness to suffer. Yet if you can let go of that unwillingness and instead allow the pain to be there, you may notice a subtle inner separation from the pain, a space between you and the pain, as it were. This means to suffer consciously willingly. This means to suffer consciously, willingly. When you suffer consciously, physical pain can quickly burn up the ego in you, since ego consists largely of resistance. The same is true of extreme physical disability. You offer up your suffering to God is another way of saying this. Peace, divine presence. You don't need to be a Christian to understand the deep universal truth that is contained in symbolic form in the image of the cross. The cross is a torture instrument. It stands for the most extreme suffering, limitation, and helplessness a human being can encounter. Then suddenly that human being surrenders, suffers willingly, consciously, expressed through the words, "Not my will, but thy will be done." At that moment, the cross, the torture instrument, shows its hidden face. It is also a sacred symbol, a symbol for the divine, that which seemed to deny the existence of any transcendental dimension to life. Through surrender becomes an opening into that dimension. Is that? Okay, that was the end of the book. The next part is about the author, but I will read that at a different time. Okay, I wasn't expecting that to be the end, but hey. This was a good book though. I really enjoyed it. I took a lot of pictures in the beginning that I meant to be posting, but I forgot. Okay. Stillness Speaks. So what are your thoughts, guys? It's called Stillness Speaks. I will definitely be getting this book. Yeah, it's really good. I'm glad you were here to listen. Books like these definitely help you zoom out, for sure. What time is it? It's supposed to be 11. I'm sadly kind of wide awake. And I say sadly because I wanted to go to bed early. It's cucumbers and Celtic salt. I think that's all that's in this one. Yeah, sometimes I also put chia seeds in here or chlorophyll. But I love cucumber water. It's funny because I don't really like cucumbers themselves, but I love cucumber water. You always have the great book recommendations. Thanks. Did you ever read Reality Unveiled? I like cucumber salad, like a vegan version of like the Mediterranean salad, like cucumbers, not green onions, cucumbers, red onions, tomatoes, and garlic, like all of them chopped really tiny. And then also, with some like lime juice, it'd be so good. Cucumber with tuna salad? Wait, cucumber salad with tuna. Interesting. Hi, Jerry. Did I say that already? I don't know. Then also one time I put some like peppers in it, like yellow peppers and green peppers and celery. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, and some salt, like pink Himalayan salt. Delicious. You have not read one book this year yet? Did we talk about this? Why? I mean, I guess we're early on into the year, but like, do you have plans on reading? Super good. Tuna, like tuna fish, like canned tuna, or like tuna like an actual slab of tuna. Do you know that? Oh, actually, I've done that before, I guess. Never mind. I was gonna say like people eat raw tuna, but it just be looking crazy. Kind of baffled of things I do sometimes, or have done. IDK, be slacking. You should. Cayenne pepper, rich in the, I can't even see, in the compound capsaicin. I don't know how to pronounce that. Offers significant health benefits, including boosting metabolism, reducing pain, aiding digestion. Yeah, I've heard some great things about cayenne pepper. You got by like 10 to my 0 so far. I don't think I've had 10 books yet this year. What am I doing? I don't like when y'all try to come on here and like tell me what to do. You can ask, but I'm not going to show you because I don't want to. I'm trying to think. Maybe I've read like 3 books this year. 3, maybe 4. Interesting. Yeah, I was supposed to go get some more books tonight, but I was tired and my mom got tired too. So maybe I'll go tomorrow. I don't know though. Would you guys go to a darkness retreat? Where do I get them from? This I got from Amazon. The book that I most recently finished, I got that at the thrift store, which is where I was going to go today. You would go to one? I want to go to one so bad. I want to go to like a Silence retreat. Oh yeah, a silent retreat as well. Have I asked you? Have you done vows of silence yet? I don't know if I asked you that. What's that? What's what? A darkness retreat? Where they give you these like blackout goggles, basically, and you live with them for however long the retreat is, and then at the end you take them off. I want to do it so bad. I'm glad you brought that up. That was the thing. What was that thing you was in? What are you talking about? I haven't, but I want to know more about that. I know someone who didn't talk for a couple months. Months? That is beautiful. The longest I've done was 10 days. Sounds interesting for sure. Know that vision with all that space consciousness stuff we built in. Oh, it was called Beautifica. It was, I would call it like a visual meditation or an immersive meditation because it's like all your senses, I guess. I guess not smell, no. I'd try it. Yeah, I think it would be very beautiful. Oh my god. Give you definitely an appreciation for your eyeballs. Although I'm already very thankful for my eyes, but yeah, it was really cool. Did you get to look it up if they have it near you? Books, open your mind. Total Recall. Is that a book? What is that? But yeah, I definitely want to go to a silent retreat. I want to go to one though that they're strict, to be quite honest, because I've done different type of vows of silence. Like sometimes I will let myself still watch stuff or listen to music, but I quickly learned listening to music on the vow of silence is not easy, especially because first of all, I talk to myself all the time, just in a general sense. But also if I hear music and I know the words, I'm gonna sing. So I could not do that one because I will accidentally talk, accidentally sing. Peace, trippy vegan. But yeah, seriously, they're hard. But like I honestly think longer vows of silence are better because the first day or two, especially if it's your first time, it's a little difficult, especially if you are someone who talks to yourself a lot. Like you kind of forget that you're not supposed to be talking, then you got to catch yourself. But after like day 2, day 3, it's usually smooth sailing, and it's also hard to do it around people um that are not doing a vow of silence because yeah, or yoga retreat as well. Yeah, that would be really nice. Oh, goddess, you would also love the vegan food retreats. Though I went on one, it was so nice. You would have loved it, I'm sure. Healing retreats in general, definitely. I would love to host one. I see myself hosting quite a few different kinds, and definitely a nudist retreat. But I'm gonna have to scope out or vet out the people because I don't have time for foolishness. But again, I trust I will align with the right people because, yeah, there's more than what you have seen, what you know, and what has been done. Never give up on a positive thing, never give up on hope. I don't even have hope in my vocabulary, to be honest. It's more so like trust and faith. That should be interesting. I think it would be so liberating, especially for people like who are, I guess, more self conscious about their body and stuff like that. Um, I think it would be liberating. I went to one in Tampa. It was laid back, bro. Went to one what? A nudist retreat? Especially out in the nature. Oh my god. The connection. Just divine. Nude retreat. What the heck? Send me the information. But actually, it depends because it really depends because I guess there are like nude retreat places, like, or are they called retreats? I think so, or resorts. But it really depends on the vibe because some of them are like party, just swinger type of vibe. Like I would say it's a sexualized type of thing. That's not the vibe I'm trying to be on. So definitely gotta do my research. This wasn't party vibe. Oh, okay, that's good. Well, yeah, passive info, please. Thank you. You said Tampa? What the heck? Why did I not know about this? Maybe I just didn't need to know about it at that time. Um, don't want to share. What are you talking about? I hear a lot of different people. There's 5 years ago. Wow. I don't know what punch videos are. How's your land stuff going, Dre? Am I into hiking? I'm gonna say yes. Have I been like a for real hiker? No. Will I? Yes. I'd love to. But have you ever seen those videos of like, oh, I'm this kind of hiker, like the one that I just want to be like touching all the trees and the rocks and taking pictures? Like, I'm gonna go on the hike, but like I'm gonna want to be very much so immersed in the nature. Yes. Good to know that you're the same because yeah. Melbourne. Hi Melbourne. It's gonna be pretty. What is it? I don't want to check it out if I don't really know what that is. Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, for sure. It'd just be so much cute stuff, and I have such a fascination with like moss, like tree moss. It's so cute. Or mushrooms. I love finding mushrooms on hikes. Like, they're so cute. Oh gosh. I wish I knew too, like, I will learn which ones are like edible and not. I really want to get into like foraging in general. Thank you. Yeah, me too. I have no idea what you're saying. For real, and I used to be scared of it. I didn't know what it was before, but I think it's so cute. And there's so many different forms of moss. Like the other tree moss that's kind of like grayish that hangs from the trees. I really love those. Like I will take them and like dance around with them. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Just stopping and hugging trees and staring at waterfalls. Yeah, I haven't had so many experiences with waterfalls, but one day I will because I love them. I'm surprised, but I haven't. I just gotten the chance to go to that many. But when I went on that vegan retreat in Belize, we went to these waterfalls and we like climbed the rock wall. No gear. Listen, it was so scary. When I tell you my legs were fucking shaking, they were shaking. I was trembling. I was so scared, but it was so much fun and so liberating. And jumping down into the waterfall, it was so scary, okay? It was so scary, but it was so much fun. I was really sad. I guess I got a little bit of a video for you guys, but I didn't get like climbing the rock wall. That I'm telling you, I was very scared. But I'm so happy that I did it because it was fantabulous, to say the least. I know my limits. It was cool. If you get the opportunity, I would definitely say to try. Thank you. Oh, hi Jedediah. I trust you're doing well too. What is that? I don't know. Pink noise, like white noise? That's kind of me. I like the rush. Yeah, I'm realizing that I do too. But it is actually scary. And then I'm like, there's always thoughts like, oh, what if you die? And I'm like, well, at least I'll die having fun. I'm gonna die eventually, might as well, do it. I want to go skydiving too so bad. I don't know how I feel so much about bungee jumping. That one's like, but I definitely want to go skydiving and probably cry, probably laugh, but it's gonna be fun. Would you go skydiving, goddess? I don't mess with the water like that. What? Why? I trust you will get to skydive. I'm sorry that I was late. I just finished my exercise. Oh, you don't need to apologize. Divine timing. What is the Mile High Club? Oh, thank you. Request and be connected to the virtues. What, skydiving, John? Am I a transformer? Actually, yeah, I am. Wait, I used to want to, but no, I don't think I want that much adrenaline. Why? Oh my gosh, I'm actually a little surprised. I can't swim for starters. I'm gonna need you to like fix that. Yeah, cause like why? Me either, bro. Trey, y'all. I'd be so sad when I hear, Goddess, can you swim? I'm gonna say yes, cause you said you really like water. Can you swim? I didn't ask, but I'm asking. Yes, I can. Okay, fantabulous. Good God, I got you. First of all, you're lying, Jerry, because I swear we talked about this before. I could do better, but yes, same. But a yes is good. A good start. Now we just gotta change your mind about skydiving, because you got skydiving. Or what about? There's another one they do like jumping off of a cliff, and it's kind of like a, I guess a parachute. What about that? I just try to stay as far as away as I just try to stay as far away as I can from the ocean. But like why? You know, like why? I am not your future wife. Wait, John, what are you talking about exactly? Remember I had said wait. I said I had to find a saltwater pool because I'm allergic to chlorine. Oh, to try to practice swimming? YouTube is funny over there. They'd be funny, yeah. I saw your snow video. You look so very cool. Thank you so much. I thought so too. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It's no beaches in New Mexico. But don't they have lakes and stuff? Or no? Being allergic. But first of all, you can get a pool and fill it up. Just fill it up and swim in it. It don't have to be chlorine. Dre, come on. To go your dirty ass lakes, you have a shower, right? Just take a shower, dude. Y'all be tripping me out when you say that. Or like walking barefoot. Oh, your feet are gonna get dirty. Just take a shower. You'll be fine. You're not gonna die. I don't think it's really too much I wouldn't do. So that means you're gonna learn how to swim? Ashe, I agree, John. Yeah. I'll figure it out. You will be fine in a lake. I love lakes actually. They're one of my favorite things to swim in because they just be chill, you know? Sure, I would not. I'm not opposed to it because I want to surf. Oh, surfing is so scary, but I do want to learn how to surf. I just think it's scary because, like, there's so much to think about. There's so much to think about. Oh, goddess, would you go scuba diving? You do not. Oh, wait. Do not let people get over on you with their drama, draining you. Oh no, it's all protecting the peace on this side. Oh, it was nice to see you too. Good night. Thank you for your kind words. Taste a lake at midnight? What? Are you saying you drink the lake water at midnight? Is that what you're saying? I'm confused. The first time you tried surfing, you almost drowned? That's scary. I forget the name, but the ocean is so vast it kind of creeps me out. Oh, so you would not try it. You would not try scuba diving. I think I know what you're talking about. It is scary, honestly. It is scary, but it's very beautiful. Who drinking lake water? Dude, I don't know. He said taste the lake at midnight. I don't really know. The waterfall, the rock wall is a reflection of yourself. That magnificent, that beauty is contained within yourself where you could not recognize it in a waterfall. That's very true. All the beauty you see is a reflection of you. Surfing does look really cool. Scuba stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Thank you for that. I did not know that. Scuba diving looks so amazing, very mesmerizing to see the ocean. Yeah, it's freaking scary though, for real, not gonna lie. Cool fact indeed. And I realized I don't remember anything from my scuba diving training, so the next time I go scuba. And then I was thinking, like, when they take you on scuba dives, like, it's like a mix of people, like people that's been scuba diving and people that are not, that are new, like even in training. And they don't really be like, okay, let's. I think if you ask, maybe they'll help you, because I will have to ask because I don't remember much of it. But it's pretty scary. Yeah, them stuff be insane with scuba divers in those cages watching the shark. I definitely want to go on a scuba dive with sharks, but not in a cage, because I feel like if I just go on a thank you, if I just go on a regular scuba diving and I just see a shark, I don't know. I really don't know how I will respond. Even though most of them are supposedly like not like really aggressive, I think that if I just yeah. I think I think I might panic a little, and I don't want to. I might actually pass out. See, this is exactly why I want to purposely go on a shark scuba dive, so like I know I'm going to see these sharks. I know. You know? Cause I don't know. I might freeze. I don't know. I don't know. And I saw this scuba diving, or this girl, she was snorkeling really. And she just, there's this shark and she's just following it around, following. And I'm like, bold, fucking bold. You know? All the power to you. I don't know if I would get to that point, but I would love to, like, touch and be like, oh, you're so cute. But I think that I should prepare myself. But who fucking knows? Because I might just not go to one first and just see a shark. I was kind of scared. Even those eels, them things are scary too. But passing out, oh my god, that would be so scary if you passed out under the water. No, please. Mm-mm. I did that in Barrier Reef, but I was standing in the water, like to go with the sharks. Yeah, you got me there. I'm not going it nowhere near any sharks. They're not that bad though. I feel like humans are worse than sharks. No offense. Ashe, John. Very true. That's true. Not for real. They be way more aggressive. You swim a lot. Have you ever been stung by any jellyfish? Absolutely not. And that's scary. So let's just like, I'm never gonna get stung. Oh, but you say never. I would cry. I don't want to get stung by a jellyfish. So please, do you know there is this fish? I forgot what the fuck it's called. But if you step on it, it just like automatically gives you a whole bunch of pain, and you could also possibly die. And their faces their faces look so mad, like they look so done with life. That's just their face. Like, it's pretty freaking funny. That unlocked a fear for me, because I'm not really the type that like looks all the time where I'm stepping, especially in the water, and they're kind of like camouflage. Listen, I don't want to get stung by a jellyfish. I don't want to get stung by a stingray, any of those things. Like, I wish they would just like, it would not happen. Because please, no. What's its name, so I'll know how to dodge it. I'm gonna find it, and well, I'm not gonna say that because I will probably forget after we get off this live. But if I see it and I remember, I will do my best to get it to you. I don't know. Pee on the jellyfish thing. Yeah, I've seen that. You have a good evening too. Thank you. What is it called? I don't know, dude. But like, you can pick it up and it will be fine. But I was thinking, like, people were just picking it up, and I'm like, can it breathe out the water, or y'all just torturing this fish just to take a video? Because they just was like holding it out the water, you know? I'm more likely to ask again anyway. What is it called? Oh no, but it's a funny looking fish. Like, it really just looks so mad. Oh, and I felt so bad though, because they said like they just go around looking for them to kill them because they're dangerous to like the young wren. Which, okay, I get it. But that fucking sucks. Like, you're just sitting there chilling on the bottom of the ocean, and then somebody just comes and stabs you, you know? Like, it's kind of, but it sucks. That sucks. Yeah. Poor freaking fish. Grumpy fish. Is that what it's called? Because I would really believe that, because that's what it looks like. Sometimes I'd be wishing I didn't know certain things. But, you know, I try my best to not hold on to the fears and just still roam about life. So maybe I'll just forget it by the next time I go in the ocean. There's also a snail. I love seashells, right? I am a seashell picker. I love to look for them. I love to pick them up. And I love the ones that look like cones. And there's this one seashell that is not the shell, but it's the thing inside the shell. I think it's a snail. I don't know. I could be making that up. But whatever's inside of it, also very poisonous and very deadly. You love them? Yeah, me too. I think they're so cute. I collect them from like everywhere. I have like a bag of random seashells from different places. Sponges? For real? I didn't know that. I also for a long time didn't know that sponges like were actual living things, which is pretty cool. Yummy seafood. I'm glad that your taste buds find that delicious. Fish are not friends. I meant not food, they're friends. Crawfish, where are you at? I think I tried to eat a crawfish one time a long time ago. It was not for me. Both? Both what? What are we talking about? $11.22. Mississippi, Louisiana. Oh yeah, I've seen videos like a lot of seafood and crawfish boil. Friends and food. Maybe for you. So you just eat your friends? What? How does that work? I don't think they would want to be friends. I had to give my dog surgery today. I think I did a pretty good job. You know, I actually really enjoy sewing. I mean, I don't know what the heck I'm doing completely, but it's pretty fun, and it unlocked like a core memory of mine. I used to take a home ec class in one of my elementary schools. It was nice. And I feel like that should be a part of every school, but, you know, they barely put things that we actually need to know and learn, or that would be beneficial. So, salmon don't make a good friend. A goldfish does, though. Why not salmon? You know what kind of fish I really love? I really love betta fish. I think they're so cute and so, like, whimsical. I love stuffed animals, and I took a class like that as well. Thank you. They love you too. This has been my longest one. This is sweet baby. But dang, I'd love to learn from you. Not dang, but I'd love to learn from you. What you learn in the class. I think it's a beneficial, very beneficial skill. Hey, so I have a friend who summoned a ghost, and now he is in a long-term relationship and had ghost babies. Should I diversify my finances? What the fuck? You guys are funny. That's all I have to say to that. That's it. Kelp is not generally associated with directly opening the third eye, the Ajna chakra, but rather supports the throat chakra and thyroid due to its high iodine content. I did not know that. Thank you. And so interesting because most of the foods are like by color with the chakras. So I would have thought that'd be more of a heart chakra. But thank you. I feel so speechless. You're always so kind, sweet, and loving to everyone. I thank you for letting me be here. I want to always stay by your side, but no matter what. Thanks, Jedediah. You're always so sweet too, and I'm very grateful for that. Nemo still is a classic to this day. Yeah, I love Nemo. I promise. Are you laughing at the ghost line? Because Nemo and Shark Tale. Don't call me baby. Do not even know who you are. And I don't like that. Get it together. Yeah, people are funny. That's a wild one for sure. I watched the show like that. I really like to watch like wedding shows or like love shows, and I think I was watching Say Yes to the Dress or something like that, and she was marrying a ghost, legit marrying a ghost, and it's a very interesting episode. The Dorothy sequel, a ghost, yeah. And she's talking about how he gets jealous and all these things, and I'm just like, you know, I don't know. The Dory movie was pretty sweet. It was cute. I haven't watched it. Is it Dory? Dory? It is Dory. I haven't watched it in a while though. I'm not your boo. I have a name. It's like right there. You know? Love movies make your heart weak. I think love movies make my heart so strong and so excited and so like, ooh. You know? I love heart movies. I mean, love movies. What realm is she in? The realm where she gets to be in love with her ghost husband. Any good bedtime stories? No, I don't have any. But I be thinking about that sometimes. I need to, especially because I think about like having young Ren one day, and what if they're like, "Oh, mommy, can you make up a bedtime story?" I feel like I might be stuck. I could read one like from a book. I guess I need to like expand my imagination there. That's very creepy energy. I think you should fix that. It's so fun to just make it up as you go as well. I will be waiting to hear one of your bedtime stories, just so you know. Because I love to be read to rest, like to be read stories for me to go to bed. So just know, I'll be waiting. I think the last movie I seen was All the Bright Places. Oh my god. I know that was a little bit dramatic, but oh my god, that movie bawled my eyes out. Ugh. Oh my god. That was a good movie, but oh my god, that was such a sad movie. I love watching movies that make me cry. Really, that's nice in me as well. Same with music. Like, wait. What do you mean, same with music? To be put to bed with music? Yeah, I liked it a lot. That was a good movie. Ooh, have you watched? What's it called? Have you watched Me Before You? I'll find someone better. You do that. Have fun. You have watched it? That movie made me cry too. That's one of my favorite movies, actually. I know I didn't mention it earlier, but I love that movie so much. And he's so sad. I literally love movies that make me cry. They're just the best ever. I actually also cried with the Matrix movie, but that was a different kind of cry. Oh, wait. Are you saying yes to being put to bed with music or yes to watching that movie? You never seen Me Before You? Oh my gosh. That's a really good movie too. You should watch it. If We Had a Slumber Party. That is fucking creepy. Why do y'all think that these type of comments are acceptable to say to people? It's not. There was no type of consent given. I never said I wanted anything romantic with you. Don't be creepy. You know what I don't like about YouTube Live? I can't block people. It be pissing me off. Yes to being put to bed with music to clarify beautiful. Ah. So like, okay, wait. So just like having the music playing or someone playing music to you, like legitimately playing an instrument for you, or both, because I think you briefly said you could listen to like binaural beats and things to go to bed, right? only on the internet, shaking my head, yikes. What they have going on there. They just have some creep vibes going on. Dang, you can't block. No, the only thing I can do is like mute their comments. Absolute riveting content, mate. Thanks. Yeah, and then even then when I do that, sometimes it doesn't work. Or it says put user in timeout. I really don't like that you can't block people. Because, like, people be needing to be blocked. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Do you have like a nighttime playlist? YouTube got all that other BS on there. Don't have to place it, blah blah. Yeah, for real. Thanks, Jedediah. Jedediah is so sweet. Dang, I had another question for you, Goddess. I forgot. Goddess Aja. I love your name, by the way. I don't know if I said that already. I'm gonna have to go back in the messages though because I don't think I saved the meaning of it. Thank you. Yeah, I have one too, although it barely gets used. Maybe tonight. I love listening to like the Native American flute and rain sounds or like thunderstorm with a Native American flute. That's one of my favorite things to go to bed to. Wait, so did you watch the Me Before You movie? Love it. The native flutes, yeah. They are fantastic. I'm gonna need to put like 3 alarms probably. Oh my gosh. No, my dad is not Dwayne Johnson. I don't even know who that is. I don't know what Oblak is either. I don't think I've ever heard the Buddha flute. I'm gonna have to look that up. Oh, I thought it was him maybe, but like, I thought he would have put the rock in the middle. The movie was Me Before You. $11:33, but I'm seeing 23:33. Oh my gosh, just wait for me. We can watch it together. I mean, if you want, because obviously you can watch it without me. If you want to. Do I do IG lives? I don't think that IG lets me go live. I tried to one time and it did not have, like, I didn't see the option. Thank you. I'm happy you will wait. I am pretty cozy. I am about to get off of here in like a couple minutes though. But yeah, I don't know how to go live on IG. Maybe, I don't know if you have to have like a certain amount of followers or something, because I don't have that many followers on there really. So maybe that's why. I don't know. What is that about? I'm gonna take a screenshot. Hopefully I'll actually remember to look at it, because you already know I take screenshots on here and I don't look at them. Professor Marston. I never watched any of the Wonder Woman movies. Thank you guys for the likes, by the way. I need to do some yoga tonight. I haven't done like bedtime yoga in a hot minute. But right now, I feel like that's a good idea. Good night, Trey. It was nice talking to you too. See you next time. It's about how Wonder Woman comic was created and he got the idea from his poly relationship. Oh. Wait, the Professor Martin? Oh, that's one movie? Professor Martin and the Wonder Woman? That's pretty cool. True story. Ouch. Mother trucker. I thought that was two different movies. Interesting. Hmm. Can you please? The phone is actually also phones that scan. There's a helicopter outside. So does that mean that the movie has a poly couple in it? Is that what you're saying? Holland? Hi. They became a poly couple. Someone suggested I watch it a few weeks ago. Him, Wonder Woman, and someone else. I can't tell you too much. Okay, fine. I will. I can't promise that I will watch it, but we will see. That makes me think of Siren. Did you watch Siren? They definitely had a poly couple in Siren. I loved that show. Talk to Me is an Australian supernatural horror film. Okay, was it good? I like supernatural horror films, but I've never watched an Australian one. I don't know how to screenshot on this phone. Ah, not the right buttons. Siren? Me too? Wait, you too what? Damn, what did I say? I don't know. Siren, yeah. Wait, did you watch Siren? Is that what you're saying? Me too? Siren was really good. Honestly, I was pretty sad that they ended it. I feel like they could have kept it going. Oh, sci-fi horror. Hmm. I think I've misunderstood that, actually. Watch during the day? What you trying to say? Scary? And I'm so surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised that you watched it. No, I'm gonna have to watch it at night now. I'm gonna watch it now. Not tonight. Maybe. Maybe. Watch it during the day. It's funny. That's not funny. Dang, all of y'all watch this? What the heck? Okay, so I definitely gotta watch it. Creepy, I guess. I wonder. Hopefully, it has it on something I have it on. Seems like it could be real. I bet it would. Oh, it is. I really watch everything like it's a documentary. Everything is real. How, how I see. Even the freaky stuff shows. Especially because I feel like everything is just another reality. Like, even if it's quote unquote not real in this reality, in the reality that it happened in, they're real. So spooky. Wow, I'm excited. Yeah, exactly. A multitude of freaking dimensions. Dimensions, galaxies, freaking universes. We're all just individual universes inside of other universes around other universes. There's so much. This whole entire world is so vast. And there's so many different worlds in the one world. So vast, yeah. It's kind of scary sometimes. I mean, no, it's not really scary. It's pretty, like, intriguing. And it makes sense, too. This is why also I think it's so crazy that people, like, for one, don't believe in reincarnation, and for two, think it's only, like, human or to this world. What? Do you know how many things there are to experience, to be experienced? It's wild. So many things. Yeah, literally. Okay, I'm about to hang up on you guys, but I had a fantabulous time talking to you. Goddess, I will text you when I get off. So much life in this one round, literally. It's so much, bro. But yeah, I really enjoyed this live and reading with y'all and talking. We had great conversations tonight. Rest well, rise high. I love that, Dre. Thank you. You too. I love you guys. I don't know when I'll see you again, but I trust you'll have fantabulous lives in the meantime. And thank you. I'm so glad you were on here and that you enjoyed it. Okay, good night, guys. Good night. I love you so much. Great show. Oh, thank you, Nathan, for the I screenshotted it for the, what is that called? The recommendation for the movie. Also, thank you, Mr. Rajgard. Good night, guys. I love you.